Hi folks, welcome back to the shop. Today I want to talk about this Olight Warrior Nano, and you can see it just came out in red from Olight, so it's a brand new color for them. If we look at the back here, you can see all the different modes. You can freeze frame that. You can see it puts out 1200 lumens on turbo. It has something called half turbo. We'll talk about that. Puts out a half lumen on moonlight mode. So that's its lowest mode. So let's take a quick look at the flashlight here. You can see it has a magnetic tail base on it, so we can magnetically attach it here. It's got a regular switch like most Olight flashlights, but it also has this tactical switch in the back, or a tail switch. So we'll talk about that too here. So quick look at the flashlight here around it. Very good looking flashlight, nice small size. But let's look at the modes. So if I hold this button down on the front, you'll see it comes up as really low half lumen moonlight mode. Now that's a mode designed to save your night vision, so when you're camping you don't wake everybody up and you can see, and you can use that light mode. If I hold it down, it goes to low, hold it down again, goes to medium, then we go up to high. If I double tap it, we get turbo mode. That's that 1200 lumen output, and you can see that while we run the light, this light is on, this LED is on in the middle of the switch that tells us how much battery is left, so the green light means it's fully charged. Now if I triple tap that switch, it gives us strobe mode, and if I were to hold the switch down, you would see the moonlight mode for a second, then it goes off, and now the switch would be red. That's a lockout mode, and that means that it's not going to inadvertently be switched on. So to get that out of lockout mode, we'd have to hold it down again, and of course it would come back up to that moonlight mode, and that would get us out of that. So the tail switch, so let's check that out real quick. To operate the tail switch, it has a few different modes. So one of the modes is the to momentary press the thing. So if we press it down about halfway and keep our finger on it, that's a momentary press, meaning that when I release, it's going to turn off. If I push it all the way down and hold it, also momentary press, and it's going to release, and that's something they call half turbo right now, is the output of the light. So when I let off, it's going to turn off. Now if I hold it down just a little bit and let off quickly, it's going to hold the mode. Push it all the way down, it'll hold the mode too. So a couple different ways of operating that tail switch. It's a very nice UI from Olight, really nice tail switch. Now, one thing I want to look at here is, so that's full turbo, and if you push this down, it's half turbo. And I think a lot of people are going to want this to be full turbo, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. So if you take the charger from Olight and you put it on the flashlight, it's a magnetic charger. It magnetically charges like most Olight flashlights. You put this on, it turns red when it's charging. It'll turn green when it's done, just like it is right now. So if I put this on, this time I'm going to change it to full turbo on the tail switch. Put the charger on, hold down the switch until it flashes moonlight mode, goes off, and now the switch will be red. That means it's in lockout mode. We're going to take off the charger at this point, and now we're going to hold this until it goes into moonlight mode. It comes out of that lockout setting. And now, when we push this tail switch, we'll get full turbo. And I think a lot of folks are going to want to do that, to switch it into full turbo mode when you push the tail switch all the way in. And you can see that it's just as bright as it is when I double tap the switch. So there's something to note there. So let's do a little size comparison of this flashlight. So this is the Warrior Nano. There's the Baton 4, and here is an Olight Baton 3 Pro. So you get an idea of the size here if you're familiar with these other flashlights, and know how big it's going to be. Of course, it's somewhere in between these sizes, and you know, the Baton 4 is smaller, quite a bit smaller, but this again is their smallest tactical flashlight. Now, one thing I noticed about these Warrior flashlights, and I think it's across the Warrior line, is that like when I double tap and goes to turbo, it always feels like the switch is different. If I double tap this and go to turbo, let's say, notice how it kind of ramps up, and I turn the light off, it ramps down. Well, the Warriors don't do that, right? So I can turn them on, right, turbo, turn it off, it's off instantly. It instantly goes to turbo. So a little different feel with the UI. It took me some getting used to before I realized that the flashlight was actually just turning off and on like a standard flashlight really quickly, without the ramp up that we see on a lot of these Olight flashlights, right? So this guy, you can see he ramps down slowly, he dims up slowly. So I've gotten so used to that that it felt a little different on one of these Warrior flashlights. So as you can see, a very nice flashlight from Olight. It's got the, of course, the crenulated bezel at the top. That's designed to be sort of a defense tool if need be. Excellent flashlight. Of course, you can use it in use the tail switch, you know, and a lot of folks want to use the light in this manner and have that functionality. So that's really what the idea is, I think, on the tail switch, and of course also for tactical purposes. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick look at the Warrior Nano. I think it's an excellent flashlight from Olight. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this something you would like? Something you see yourself using? You know, you're going to get one. Right now, of course, there's a sale. I'll have a coupon code and a link in the description to all these products. And I think right now with Olight, you can get this one for free, the i3E EOS. And you can see it's got some snowflakes on it, you know, for Christmas. So that's something they're giving away free right now if you were to purchase this flashlight. So excellent time to buy, good sale prices. With that, please remember to like and subscribe. All those actions help me to continue to bring content to you. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.